Cardi B really thought she was about to live out her fairy tale moment with Stefon Diggs, but instead she is out here looking embarrassed in front of the whole internet. She moved like this was her glow-up chapter, her big love story, but now people are watching it fall apart in real time. And while she is clearly spiraling online, guess who is sitting front row enjoying the show? Offset's sister, J-Faye. Yes, J-Faye did not miss a single second of this drama. The moment Stefon started showing off a new woman, she was locked in and ready. Then those field photos started going viral, and J-Faye came out swinging. Subtweets, shady posts, old receipts. She brought the whole file cabinet out. If you remember the Offset cheating era, then you already know this runs deep. This is not random gossip, this feels personal. Stefon allegedly dropped Cardi right after the game, then popped out looking real cozy with the same woman linked to the drama that helped end her marriage. Sitting with his family, special access, smiling like nothing happened. Meanwhile, Cardi skipped her own $1 million party and went off online. Now the internet is asking one harsh question: did she leave Offset just to end up with Offset 2.0? And why does his sister look like she is loving every second of it? This is not just a breakup. This is public embarrassment, old wounds opened back up, and family members choosing chaos on the timeline. Let's get into it. Cardi has seriously been fighting for her reputation these past few days, and it is not looking easy. A lot of people, including her, thought this was about to be her shining moment.
Inspiring message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message for him.
Good luck.
Cardi, how we celebrating? How we celebrating?
The plan seemed simple. Her man wins the Super Bowl, they celebrate together, cute pictures, big smiles, the whole fairy tale vibe. But instead of a magical night, everything turned into straight chaos. Because word is, Stefon already called it quits. And guess who is watching this whole situation unfold? Offset's sister, J. Yes, she is right there, paying attention to every little detail. Sources are saying Cardi and Stefon were already having problems before the big game even started. In a pre-game interview, Cardi was asked to send him a message, and her response did not sound sweet at all. It sounded tense. She said, "Good luck, celebrate how, celebrate now at." That did not feel loving, it felt awkward. At first, people thought it was just a small relationship issue, nothing too serious. But then the game ended, and boom. Both of them unfollowed each other on Instagram. In the celebrity world, that is basically a public announcement that something went very wrong. That unfollow was basically a loud announcement that it was over. What makes it even crazier is how fast it happened. Less than 30 minutes after the game ended, they both hit that unfollow button like it was part of the final play. It almost feels like he walked off the field, sat down in the locker room, pulled out his phone, and said, "Done." That is messy. And Cardi? She did not even stay until the end of the game. Reports say she skipped out early and did not show up to the after-party she allegedly spent over $1 million planning. Imagine putting that kind of money into a celebration and not even attending it. That tells you something went left real quick. Now here is where it gets uncomfortable. A big part of the tension reportedly had to do with several women Stefon shares family ties with being at the game. One of them, Kiana Barber, was sitting front row. Others were reportedly in different sections around the stadium. That is a lot to take in, especially during a high-pressure event like that. And people online have been bringing up his past, saying he built family responsibilities with multiple women around the same time. That history alone can stir up emotions. So you can only imagine how intense that environment must have felt in that moment. Now here is where the drama really kicks up a notch. After the unfollow chaos and the early exit, the internet started digging, and what they found only made things worse. People noticed Stefon was looking real comfortable on that field, smiling, laughing, and standing close to a woman that many fans instantly recognized. And the timeline? Oh, it did not look good. Photos started spreading fast. In those pictures, he was posted up with his family, and that same woman was right there with special access like she belonged. That is when the comments went crazy. Folks were saying this was the same woman connected to old drama from Cardi's marriage days. So now, it is not just a breakup, it feels like history repeating itself. While all this was going viral, Cardi was online dropping emotional posts and going back and forth with critics. Instead of celebrating a championship moment, she was defending herself on the timeline. That switch up was wild to watch. And of course, Offset's sister was still in the mix, liking shady comments and throwing subtle jabs. She did not have to say much, her actions were loud enough. Now everybody is watching, wondering how this turned from a love story into a public spectacle so fast. He built family ties with several women within one single calendar year. And as wild as that sounds, Cardi knew his history when she stepped in. Those women being there was not the main issue. What really set her off was Stefon's friend, Pri, being everywhere like she had VIP access to his whole life. Pri was right there on the field during the friends and family meet and greet. Not just that, she reportedly had a special pass to the team hotel where the Patriots were staying. That is not regular access, that is close circle access. That means she could move around freely, come and go, and be right by his side whenever she wanted. People immediately started whispering that something might be going on behind the scenes. And it did not stop there. Pri was sitting right next to Stefon's family, even beside his mom, smiling, comfortable, locked in like she belonged there. Meanwhile, Cardi was nowhere near the family section. That visual alone said a lot without anyone saying a word. That probably hit Cardi the hardest. Everyone knows she had been spending time with his mom and it looked like they had built a solid bond. But now, according to what people are saying online, that connection might be over too. So it is not just a breakup with Stefon. It feels like she lost the whole circle in one night. And this is where it gets even more embarrassing. While Cardi was clearly going through it online, Offset's sister J-Faye was not staying quiet at all. She started liking shady posts, reposting little slick comments, and throwing subtle shots that did not go unnoticed. She did not tag anyone, but everybody knew who it was about. People were already calling Stefon Offset 2.0 in the comments, and instead of shutting it down, J-Faye seemed entertained. That made the whole thing feel extra personal. It was almost like she was saying, "See, we tried to tell you." The energy was petty but calculated. The internet started connecting dots fast. They pointed out how Cardi left one messy situation just to end up in another one that looks way too similar. A high-profile man, complicated family dynamics, outside women in the mix, and public drama. The pattern had people talking heavy. Meanwhile, Cardi was posting emotional messages, then deleting, then responding to critics. It felt like she was reacting in real time while the world watched, and every move she made just gave people more to discuss. Now the big question floating around is simple. Was this love story ever solid, or was it shaky from the start? And if you are wondering why Cardi reacted so strongly to Stefon being around his longtime friend Pri, here is the deeper layer. Pri is the same woman who was linked to Offset during the cheating scandal. That history alone makes this situation way more sensitive. Back when that drama first exploded, Pri's friend Blue went public and claimed Offset had an affair with Pri. Blue even alleged that Offset paid Pri $15,000 for a private medical matter and another $15,000 to keep everything quiet and not tell Cardi. Blue also claimed there were attempts to silence the situation completely. It was chaotic, loud, and all over social media at the time. Pri denied those claims, but she never fully denied being involved with Offset. That detail stuck with a lot of people. For Cardi, that situation was reportedly one of the final breaking points in her marriage. It was not just gossip, it was personal pain playing out in public. So imagine seeing that same woman sitting in a box with Stefon's family, smiling, comfortable, right next to his mom. That does not feel random, that feels intentional. That is why people say it probably hit Cardi hard. It was not just about a friend being around, it was about old wounds reopening in the worst way possible. So yes, it makes sense why Cardi left early and skipped that $1 million party. But as many online have pointed out, this situation looks deeper than just hurt feelings. But here's the part that really has people talking. Some fans are saying this might not just be about old drama. It might be about patterns, because when you step back and look at it, the situation feels way too familiar. Public relationship, outside women rumors, family tension, and social media chaos. That script looks almost identical to what Cardi already went through before. People online started asking if warning signs were there from the beginning. Stefon has a complicated personal life, multiple family connections with different women, and constant headlines. Cardi knew that coming in, but sometimes knowing and living it are two different things. When those field pictures dropped, it did not look like a secure relationship, it looked messy. And then there is the timing. Breaking up right after a major game, unfollowing within minutes, and then being seen comfortable with someone tied to old pain. That combination is what made everything explode. Meanwhile, Offset has stayed mostly quiet, which makes it even louder. His sister's subtle reactions added spice to the whole thing. The internet is treating it like a full series, breaking down every like, every post, every move. Now people are watching closely to see what Cardi does next. Does she clap back harder, or does she fall back and regroup? Either way, this situation turned into a public spectacle fast. Stefon and Pri have been close for years, way before Cardi ever stepped into the picture. So technically, Cardi knew they had history. Just like she knew Stefon had a reputation for not always being loyal before she decided to get serious with him. That part was not a secret. But once the breakup rumors hit, social media did not show any mercy. Fans started clowning her heavy. A lot of people said she was supposed to level up after leaving Offset. One fan even pointed out she was supposed to find her Russell Wilson type. Someone steady, someone drama-free, someone solid. Instead, critics are saying she ended up with what they call Offset 2.0, and that label stuck fast. And then it got even messier. There are reports claiming Pri allegedly made sure people knew she was around Stefon. Blogger Tasha K spilled it when she wrote, "The photos were sent to me by someone from Pri's own team without her permission. The images show her on a secured NFL practice field with Stefon Diggs, his mother, and his entourage. You cannot be on the field during practice without team-authorized access. I was told she arrived with his people and left with his people." That statement made everything louder. Because if that is true, it suggests Pri was not just randomly there, she was fully welcomed in that circle. And that visual alone had the internet going wild. That is what was reportedly relayed, and it did not stop there. Throwback footage also popped up showing Pri having a great time with Stefon and his team. Laughing, celebrating, looking very comfortable. The timing of those clips felt calculated. To a lot of people, it did not look random. It looked intentional. It started to seem like Pri was making sure Cardi saw everything. The field access, the family section, the old videos resurfacing. It all felt loud, almost like she was sending a message without saying a word. And with Cardi already dealing with a breakup, that kind of spotlight can feel humiliating. Meanwhile, Offset and his family appeared entertained by the situation. Offset posted a shady message that many fans believed was directed at Cardi. But what really got the internet fired up was his sister's reaction. J-Fee came through with posts that were clearly throwing shade, calling Cardi everything except a child of God. The tension was obvious. This is not new behavior either. Back when the Pri and Offset drama first exploded, Jave publicly defended her brother. She even retweeted a post that said, "Women really be wanting you to be rich and not cheat, just irrational." And she added, "They really are just a man." That statement alone had people heated. She also wrote, "Y'all do know, can't no one make you happy, but you right." Then another tweet surfaced that said, "Cardi is a perfect example of a woman doing everything a man desires and still being mistreated." And the internet never forgot those receipts. The original tweet claimed Cardi did everything a man could want, stayed open, accepted his outside family responsibilities, and still got treated wrong. But Offset's sister jumped in fast and shut that down. She replied, "Always remember that the people tweeting stuff like this, and I cannot stress this enough, do not know these people." She was basically saying the internet does not know the real story. Then she added, "Chilla." She said she was single, how she hurt. That line had people pausing. She also told folks to stop painting her brother as the villain, writing, "Y'all gone stop narrating my brother out to be a bad guy. My boy can't ever enjoy his birthday or Christmas." She did not hold back at all. It kept going. She tweeted, "Y'all don't know me or them F out. My mentions, get some money and play with some grass. Have a good night." And when someone brought up Cardi again, she clapped back saying, "Your husband is a bee. Ninja is crazy." The energy was loud and unapologetic. So now it really comes down to one thing. Does Cardi ignore all this noise and move in silence, or does she hop on live and clear the air the way only she can? Because if you know Cardi, you know staying quiet is not really her style. This situation is already messy, and it feels like it could get even uglier. If you have thoughts on this drama, drop them in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep breaking it all down. And I will catch you on the next one.